Hey guys, Desolate Magic here, and we've got more Unfinity spoilers, so let's jump in with Meet and Greet Sisay. So it's a 2-cost legendary creature elf performer. It's an acorn, which means not truly legal in any other format card, so you know things are about to get absolutely insane. So whenever you cast a spell, choose one. Flavor, Meet and Greet Sisay gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each line of flavor text that spell has. Okay, that's overpowers balls. Or history. Create a treasure token if that spell doesn't share an expansion symbol with a permanent you control or a card in your graveyard. So it cares about expansion symbols, and then this is only legal in this set. Okay, I'm sure they tried to make that one legal. Next up, the big top. Oh boy, it's an uncommon land. Tap, add 1 mana of any color that appears on your top. A top is an outerwear garment worn on the upper body. Ha, take that, shirtless players. It's finally come back around to burn ya. That and the public indecency charges. Next up, Germain, Pride of the Circus. Get it? Pride? Anyway, it's a 2-cost 2/3 legendary creature cat performer, and if you pay 1 green, tap it, put 2 1/1 counters on target creature with 4 or more legs. And if you pay 3, tap it, until end of turn, all creatures able to block target creature with 4 or more legs do so. And then, strangely enough, this isn't legal, so there goes your cat deck. Next up, Nearby Planet, a common land. Rangeling. Okay, this card is every land type, including plains, island, swamp, mountain, forest, desert, gate, lair, locust, and all those Urza's ones. And it's not legal in any other format. See that acorn? Just thought I'd point it out. That's like the most important thing to these spoilers. People are losing their minds over this stuff. And rightfully so. I think WOTC completely lost it with this one. They should just ban the whole set. This really is a slap in the face and a disgrace to Magic, and I'm not exaggerating. Anyway, when it enters battlefield, sacrifice it unless you pay 1. Next up, Rockstar. Get it? 5-cost red 4/5 elemental performer. It's about time we had an elemental performer. I've been waiting for that for my performer tribal. And reach, and when it enters battlefield, you may discard a card. If you do, reveal the top 5 cards of your library, ask a person outside the game to choose which of them is most like a rock band, and put that card into your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. A lot of going to get people outside the game, kind of annoying. Kind of inherently biased and rigged, but, you know, whatever. This is just, if they run an event at a store, this is going to annoy the crap out of the staff. That whole mechanic just does not work for me. Next up, Hat Trick. It's a 2-cost white instant. And target blocking or blocked creature you control gets +1/+1 against first strike until end of turn. If it has a hat, it gains double strike until end of turn. And if you and that creature each have a hat, the creature gains triple strike until end of turn. Who didn't see that coming? I'm surprised this is not legal in other formats. So you gotta show up with your like RGB plus, I don't know, 5 colors super rainbow shirt and a hat. So in other words, your normal outfit for going to F&M. And I'm sure it's only going to get worse. Next up, Surprise Party. It's a 3-cost white enchantment. When Surprise Party enters the battlefield, yell Surprise! And put onto the battlefield any number of printed clown robot tokens that aren't touching each other that you hit on the battlefield before you cast Surprise Party and that weren't spotted by an opponent before you cast Surprise Party. Robots you control get +1/+0 and have vigilance. And shockingly enough, this is an acorn card. How can you put them on the battlefield if they were already on the battlefield? I think they're going from like the I'm cheating and could get caught and DQ'd zone to the like actually on the battlefield and safe now zone, I guess? I don't know how that would work, but it just sounds problematic at actual events. So next up, Omni-Clown Colossus. So it's a 10-cost 7/7 artifact creature clown robot. He has Pyroclasm. Oh boy, puns. It's a sorcery adventure, so I think we know how those work at this point. It deals pi damage to each non-clown creature. That's 3.141596. On and on and on. Good luck with that. And then Affinity for Clowns. It costs 1 less to cast for each clown you control. Literally nobody has Affinity for Clowns. And that's a 7/7 with trample, so pretty powerful card. Next up, Goblin Blastronauts. Before you get too excited, acorn card. 5-cost red 5/4 goblin employee creature. And when it enters the battlefield, open an attraction. Nice. And then whenever you roll a 6, you may copy the spell ability or attraction visit that caused you to roll the die. You may choose new targets for the copy. Okay, I mean, that's pretty good. Next up, Lifetime Pass Holder. Nice. 1-cost 2/1 creature zombie guest. And Lifetime Pass Holder enters the battlefield tapped. And then whenever lifetime pass holder dies, open an attraction, and whenever you roll to visit your attractions, any of them, if you roll a 6, you may return lifetime pass holder from your graveyard to the battlefield. Ah yes, the lifetime pass system's only weakness, never dying or not staying dead. The old Black Butler problem. By the way, shout out to everybody on my Discord after I made that joke. I don't know if I could scroll up long enough to find it. Oh, you know I'm gonna though. Ah, yes, somebody posted this, to which I replied, I don't read Japanese, but I assume in Season 3, the kid from Black Butler is trans now? Man, Japan is weird. Hey, speaking of me accurately predicting the future, it's Fortune Teller, another attraction. And this one has 6 different variants, by the way. So this is Visit Scry 1, 2, 3, 6. And I think the flavor text is different and the numbers are different, but the effect is the same. So 50-50 hits every first main phase. It's not bad. Next up, Haunted House, another good attraction. It has Visit, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains haste, exile it at the beginning of your next end step. And that's only a 3 and a 6 because it's almost a free whip of Erebos. Legal in all relevant formats, might I add. Look, I don't care about most of these cards individually, but having an extra deck full of random weird permanents and crap that everybody has to look up how they work and none of them are serious or actually in the Magic lore, what were they thinking? I assume like the entirety of their thought process was money. Next up, Dart Throne. I think this one had variations too. It's an artifact attraction with a lot of hits there. You can only miss on a 1 and a 5, not bad. But you have to throw a card you own from outside the game onto the play area from a distance of 3 feet, about 1 meter. If that card touches Dart Throw, claim the prize. The prize is create 2/2/2 pink teddy bear creature tokens, sacrifice Dart Throw, then open an attraction. I feel like as long as it's not a foil, you'd probably land this. It's not that big of a target, but 3 feet ain't that far either. Next up, we got another attraction. It's Centrifuge. So when you visit it, each player draws a card from the library of the player to their right, and then you create 3 treasure tokens. Only hits on a 3/6 though. So this is an Acorn card. Something people would actually play in a commander deck. They went too far with this one. Hey, speaking of rolling dice, I think that's what WOTC did to determine which of these are legal and which of them aren't. Next up, oh my gosh, are they asking for it for this one? Wizards of the Blank. That's got to be a reference to Birthday Pikachu, among other things. But anyway, it's a 4-cost double blue, 3/1 human wizard performer, common. And I don't see an Acorn on this. Just keep that in mind. When this creature enters the battlefield, you may put a name sticker on it, then look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of unique vowels in that sticker. Put one of those cards into your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and Y. I guess because of Y and because English, they did actually have to specify, but this is now legal in Vintage, Legacy, and Commander. We knew stickers were going to be legal because we've already seen it, but this. I mean, it's a 4-cost throwaway creature with bad tribals that does, like, almost a brainstorm or whatever. Like, it's not that good. It's probably a glorified opt with a creature attached. I don't think this will be the first one that people reach for hyper-competitive formats, and that's what Wizards said, but I don't want this anywhere near the game. I don't want stickers anywhere in an official format. What the hell were they thinking? What a bunch of idiots. Just unreal. People are, like, beyond pissed about this set. They were ever since they showed the first couple. So next up, another legal card, Robo Pinata. 3-cost white 2/1 artifact creature clown robot. When Robo Pinata dies, choose 1. You get 2 tickets, or you may put a sticker on a non-land permanent you own. Awesome. So next up, greatest show in the multiverse. It's a colorless 7-cost artifact enchantment saga. An artifact saga, mythic Acorn card. And as an additional cost to cast a spell, exile 5 instant and or sorcery cards you own with the same artist and different names from outside the game. Really? And then choose one of the exiled cards at random, and also 2 and 3, by the way. You may cast it without paying its mana cost. Same artist, different name. Let me just save you some time. Mark Poole. Or you know what? Who's that racist KKK guy? How about him? Invoke Prejudice, that's a good card. This is truly egregious, I gotta say. I mean, yeah, it's a mythic, okay, you probably won't draft it, you probably won't have it in your sealed pool, but if you do, you better have it prepared, you better have brought your binder, or be like borrowing other people's $100 plus cards, or what are they thinking? This isn't even fun, it's just like stupid and annoying. And some of these cards are fun. I like the jumpy Evil Knievel thing. That thing's awesome. This, horrible. It's the exact opposite. Next up, Juggletron. It's a 3-cost 0/4 artifact creature clown robot with trample, and when it attacks, you may put an art sticker on it. Juggletron gets +3/+0 for each item in its art that's not touching Juggletron. Oh boy. Another item or the card frame. So you gotta choose the smallest stickers and have an artificial way to drop them on there. Okay. By the way, the flavor text is all fun and games until it drops a guest, then it's a misdemeanor. Next up, Space Balerin. I made a whole video on it. I'm not going to get into it. It's actually hyper powerful, but they made it, Space Jace. Oh, pardon me, I made it, then they printed it. Let me just correct that statement. So moving on, we've got Ignacio of Myra's Marvels. You know, people named Ignacio usually go by Nacho. Fun fact for you. So it's a 4-cost double red 4/3 legendary creature lizard performer, and as it enters the battlefield, choose armor, blood, book, bottle, fang, fire, scroll, spear, sword, or water. Okay, whenever you cast a spell with the chosen object in its artwork, create 2 treasure tokens, and then partner. You can have 2 commanders if they both have partner, but this is an acorn card, so why? Why? Next up, Get Your Head in the Game. It's a 3-cost white enchantment with flash, and when Get Your Head in the Game enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent until this card, leaves the battlefield, then touch this card, to your head. When this card stops touching your head, sacrifice the card, not your head. I think they might be having a little fun with cards that had pronoun confusion in recent sets. Still less annoying than Fairgrounds Warden. Next up, Goblin Cruciverbalist. Goblin crossword guy, I assume. 3-cost red 1/4 Goblin Wizard guest and haste, and when he enters the battlefield, create a colorless artifact token named your choice of A, E, I, O, or U. What happened to Y? And whenever Goblin Cruciverbalist attacks, using the first letters of the names of permanents you control, spell a word you haven't spelled this game. It gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each letter in that word. Well, it only applies to himself and he's a 1/4, so that this is more just an annoying waste of time, but okay. Next up, Artifact Vehicle Blank Rocket Ship. So it's a 4-cost 2/3 artifact vehicle with flying, and when this vehicle enters the battlefield, you may put up to 2 name stickers on it. Whenever the vehicle attacks, choose a letter. This vehicle gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each name sticker on it that begins with the chosen letter, and then crew 2. Still not that powerful, but whatever. Next up, it's Celebrate 1000. It's a 5-cost colorless artifact creature clown robot 3/3, and yes, that is an oval-shaped holofoil sticker on it. Just FYI. At the beginning of combat on your turn, roll 2 6-sided dice. For each result of 1, Celebrate 1000 gets +1/+1 until end of turn. For each other result, it gains the indicated ability until end of turn. If you roll doubles, it also gains double strike until end of turn. So 2 is menace, 3 is vigilance, 4 is lifelink, 5 is flying, 6 is indestructible. I mean, it's chaotic, it's fun, but like, I don't know, I could see this in Commander, but it's not very serious. And it's legal in Commander whether you think it's serious or not. But Commander is kind of self-police, so if your play group says it's not cool. But like telling somebody they can't play their deck, I hope you come up with a replacement. I don't know. This is a mess. It was very avoidable, and WOTC should not have done this. Next up, another attraction, Spinny Ride, artifact attraction, and visit, tap target creature and opponent controls, and that's a 3-hit. You got a 50-50 on that. That is really powerful, it's legal, and it's common. Next up, Gallery of Legends. This is an acorn card, and it's a rare. It's an attraction, and it's 5 and 6 only. It's probably going to be pretty good. Visit, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card, then choose a legendary creature card name with the same mana value as that card, create a token that's a copy of that card with the chosen name, that token gets haste, and then exile it at the beginning of the next end step. A legendary creature card at all, or one that's in your deck or outside your deck, or what? Boy, how fun and silly and quirky having somebody playing a fun, casual, ha-ha event and then sitting on their phone on the Gatherer for 5 minutes looking for the most powerful legendary spell that costs 5 or whatever. Really? They didn't think that would be a little annoying, because that's the way I'm reading it. Man, did they drop the ball in this set. This is just getting worse. Next up, Guess Your Fate. Best Sphinx artwork ever, but yeah, it's an almost guaranteed to hit attraction here. Uncommon and visit. Look at the bottom card of your library, then give a person outside the game a one-word clue not on that card. They guess a word. If their guess appears in that card's name, claim the prize. You're assuming they would try and not sabotage you. Prize, reveal the card, then put it into your hand, then sacrifice Guess Your Fate and open an attraction. Well, moving on, Drop Tower, a common attraction, standard, I keep saying standard legal, I'm sure I've said it 50 times, whatever the hell legal and other stuff, eternal legal. Then visit, target creature gains flying until end of turn, or until any player rolls a 1, whichever comes first. Oh boy, unreliable flying at 50-50. If I drafted this, well, I wouldn't, and if this is in my sealed pool, I would probably not add it to the artifact stack, or the attraction deck, or whatever. Next up, Phone a Friend. Yes, he's calling Urza's head. Oh my gosh. So it's a 5-cost blue mythic sorcery. Call someone and ask them to choose one. If they don't answer, an opponent chooses one. Don't explain anything else. You choose targets. You just call them and say choose A, B, C, or D. So A, gain control of target creature you don't control. B, choose target creature you control. Create 2 tokens that are copies of it. Doesn't bypass legendary though. C, take an extra turn after this one. Or D, draw 7 cards. Holy crap, that's powerful. But another annoying but moderately funny, like, oh, is it charged? Oh, my phone's in the car. Oh, can I borrow yours? And, oh, hold on, they didn't answer. Let me call someone else. How old are the people at WOTC? Nobody answers their phone anymore. There is a 105% chance that it's just some, like, Russian scammer. You know what? I'm not saying call up WOTC's, like, public relations number or whatever, but I'm also not saying not to. So next up, Priority Boarding. It's a 3-cost red enchantment, and whenever you roll a die, you may reveal the top card of your library. Do this only once each turn. Whenever you reveal a card with mana value less than the result this way, you may exile it. If you do, you may play it this turn. Eternal Eagle. You can now win Vintage and Legacy based even more on pure luck. Wonderful. I mean, play it, not play it for free. It's not that good of a card, but still. Next up, Bioluminary. It's a 3-cost 1/3 Merfolk Performer, and whenever Bioluminary deals combat damage to a player, you get 2 tickets. Then you may put a sticker on a non-land permanent you control. I'm sure you're sick of hearing this, but I feel like I'd remind you, this is eternal legal. Next up, Scampire. It's a 3-cost black 1/3 Vampire Employee creature. And when Scampire enters the battlefield, you get 1 ticket. Then you may put a sticker on a creature card in your graveyard. If you pay 4, return target creature card with a sticker on it from your graveyard to the battlefield. That creature gains haste, exile it at the beginning of the next end step. Activate only as a sorcery. So in other words, Whip of Erebos. But you get an upgrade of your choice. Wonderful! Next up, Tuscan Whiskers. It's a 5-cost 4/4 legendary creature, Elephant Mouse Performer, and whenever you put an ability sticker on a creature, put a 1/1 counter on that creature as well, I guess. And then if you pay 4, tap it, you get 1 ticket. You may put a sticker on non-land permanent you own. Okay, kind of mundane card, but yeah, it is legal. Great. Next up, Ambassador Blorpity Blorp Boop, which has a lot of vowels in its name. I think that was relevant. Honestly, I'm kind of checked out, and I did just go buy more CBD. So, WOTC, you can CBD's nuts, and you know what? I'm kind of hungry and kind of wish Black Butler did have a Season 3 where the kid just dressed in drag and they never addressed it. Wait. How many seasons of Black Butler are there? Oh, there are 3. There is a live-action movie of it? I don't need Unfinity spoilers. I need answers. Oh, that looks awful. They should be ashamed of themselves. Wait a minute. Now there's... Well, what? Okay, this is too much of a rabbit hole, but y'all gotta go over to IMDb and see what I'm looking at. Holy crap. Anyway, back to Blipperty Blurpity, whoever the f*** this is. I think they were lying about the amount of milligrams in these. I got the gummy worms because they were out of the watermelon rings. I'm starting to regret that. Anyway, I'm just going to call him Bob. When Ambassador Bob here enters the battlefield, you get 3 tickets. Then you may put a sticker on an on-land permanent you control. Oh boy, stickers! At the beginning of each combat, you may have Ambassador Bob, his base and power and toughness whatever, become equal to the total power and toughness of all stickers on all permanents you control. So, it only works if you did the stickers that grant power and toughness? It's an odd way to not phrase that. I don't know. Next up, another mythic. It's Grand Marshal Macy. Oh, it's Macy Gray, not Tina Turner. I assume that's the same person anyway. It's 2/2. Legendary creature, human performer, and you may choose not to untap Grand Marshal Macy during your untap step. If you do, put a pause counter on it. Then you lose 1 life for each pause counter on it. Whenever she becomes untapped, remove all pause. Sure. Remove all pause counters from it. And then pay 2, tap it, choose an until end of turn or this turn effect. As long as Macy remains tapped, that effect doesn't end. That is way too open-ended for me to think about and compare to every card with that phrase in the set, so I don't know, sounds powerful, cool. It's an acorn card, I don't have to give a crap. And you know what, WOTC? You can't make me. Okay, this video is long enough already, there's only probably about 20 more to go, at least for today, but somebody from my Discord posted this and I didn't really read it, but they said you gotta cover this, so it's Photo Op, a 1-cost black sorcery mythic, okay? So, before the game begins, okay, you may post a picture of yourself posing like the art on any Magic card, which you could just be like sitting there, just standing, like any card, come on, with hashtag guess that Magic card and no other text. Oh, I bet like you succeed or get a trigger if somebody guesses it. Okay, so that's just a marketing gimmick to try to get you to hype the set. That's pretty stupid. You may reveal a reply posted today with a guess and a card you own from outside the game, and with the same name as the guess. Put that card in your hand, exile Photo Op. I mean, if you got them crazy eyes, you could get braids. Other than that, I mean, like 30, 40,000 unique cards is going to be a little high. I mean, they might be going with the rules of cards outside the game have to be in your sideboard, not just any card. In fact, that rule might actually apply to a bunch of cards in this spoiler set, so it might be a little more limited than I thought. But I don't know, if you're drafting or you're sealed, how big could your sideboard be? And what are the odds like 5 cards in your sideboard have the same artist or whatever? And if it's Commander, you don't have a sideboard, so yeah, I don't know. So, obviously this is horribly, horribly easy to fake. Just tell your friend in a separate DM, hey, can you reply to this stupid marketing gimmick post so that I can play my whatever Time Walk? Like, as if you could pose like Time Walk. Let me just point out another weakness in this because, I mean, yes, I'm over-scrutinizing this, but, you know, what the heck, let's do it. You could just own every single card that exists. So then it says you may reveal a reply posted today, so the same day as the game, I guess. Is it 24 hours or same, like, calendar day? What about international time zones? What about where they're posting from? But it just says, you may reveal a reply posted today with a guess and a card from outside the game that you own with the same name as the guess. So as long as you own every card that has ever existed, whatever they guessed, you're going to find it. So, Platinum Angel. And then you get to get in a fist fight about whether or not the person legitimately guessed Platinum Angel because they didn't, because it doesn't have very noteworthy, unique art poses. This is a terrible idea. Absolutely terrible. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I ended on that one. Well, shout out to whoever on my Discord posted that. Oh, the cat's meow, of course. Well, I'm gonna go post a whole bunch of more Black Butler memes to piss everybody off. And I will see you hater tots the next video, which should be tomorrow. Actually, I'm getting out of work early tomorrow, so I might just have to stream some stuff. I might just have to stream my killer new deck, wrecking people's hopes and dreams. I've already been timed out twice today. People are getting really butthurt in the competitive Tier 1 Platinum rankings. Can we make it to Diamond and piss those people off by trolling them? I mean, the numbers would indicate yes. It would seem that yes, I am capable of doing it. So you don't want to miss that. So thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you guys next time.